Is violence okay? I am hearing this around the spectrum now that this Luigi's attack on the CEO is now permitting us to think about how the upper echelon uses violence indirectly, subvertly, covertly to kill a lot of us. And I can understand it. I am really wrestling with this right now, and I'm just hoping to start a conversation about this because I think this is something we have to talk about. In my exodus of the evangelical right wing Republican church, I found this idea that was preached by Gandhi, preached by some of the more progressive Christians I was looking at. I think it's also attributed to Einstein that says something along the lines of we cannot take down or remove a system with the same type of energy that it was established. So if we are going to try to use violence to take down the system, it only recreates that same system and it actually anchors in that system even deeper. And just even saying that, I'm like, yes, that's true. I think that if you look back throughout history, anytime the class wars started and violence was used, all it did was replace one system in patriarchy for another system in a patriarchy. And the goal is to stop that, to get out of that. I don't know how to do that except for the education that I'm quickly trying to figure out how to pull together and put into a nice, neat package to make people want to engage with the history of patriarchy and the hidden thoughts underneath it so that we can then unpack our own inner world that has been built on these cultural stories that get embedded in our consciousness. And then we act out of that, which is partly acting out the violence that patriarchy is. And I think once we can do that, then we can move into something new and creating something new. Going back to what was pre patriarchy, Dr. Eisler talks about this in her work. It was more partnership based. And when it was partnership based, lineage went down through the mother because it took away the male ego. And there's actually studies of cultures that are still more like this that shows when men don't know who their kids are, it actually creates a more cohesive group, a more cohesive tribe, because then they step up and they take care of all of the kids more equally because it's equal opportunity that that kid is their kid and that nephew might be their kid or something like that. So I just have to hold that vision, but I also want to start the conversation because it's real. It's out in the zeitgeist now. People are talking about it left, right. Every time I get on TikTok or Threads, I'm seeing this anger show up, and it's real. It's valid. It's understandable, and a lot of us, have to hold the banner that that's just going to throw us back into the same fucking cycle again and again and again. And we got to break that for our great grandchildren's sake, if not for ours. So you go. What are your thoughts on all of that I just shared? Please, again, make sure you join me over on Substack, hollymccormick.substack.com, or Deconstructing Patriarchy. You can research by that. Also on YouTube, but definitely on Substack, because if you want to get a hold of this work and be able to be part of this voice that's coming forward, then that's going to be the best way I have to make sure you get that work without somebody else controlling via, TikTok getting banned or YouTube changing their algorithm or whatever. So, all right, I look forward to hearing your voices. Thank you. Bye.